Well, that could have gone a little bit better, but yeah, I wonder if we're going to be able to do that. Anyway, we'll give that a try.
Salve.
Salve. I'm outcast. I got lost. Now, I need you to do this.
Oh, sounds serious.
Kind of hoping I could get him to do something else. Oh, I can get him to do both of these. Go to the Lucreta.
Yulia? Oh no.
Julia.
Alright, I can do that.
Can you also... Oh, can I get you to do all this stuff? Rufus has been threatening Virgil, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it'll treat his rheumatism, he'll settle down.
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufus too, I guess. Alright, got it.
Ulpius is about to throw himself off the great temple balcony. Tell him Yulia will be fine and give him this purse of 2,000 denarii to pay off their debts.
But how did you... Alright, of course. I'll make sure this gets to him.
Yep.
I'll go. But once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Now, more importantly, do I still have the gold? Oh, no. I used all my gold up. Ew. Okay, that's unfortunate. Am I gonna be able to get more money to do this again? Oh, hello.
The 49 melodies fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Damn.
The newly arrived are ignorant.
Yeah. Tell me more, though. Tell me more. Okay. So we might... I have no idea. We might be able to get in there and get more money. I hope so. I hope it's not a one-time thing. Anyway, alright. Yeah. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to get him crushed, basically, so I can get his bow. Dooley's note? I did not do it, Dooley. Oh? Nope.
Hello? Hello?
What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did he do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
Liability? A liar, Billy.
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you? You think you could read it for me?
Letter from Sentius to Dooley. Magistrate Sentius explains Dooley was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. Magistrate Sentius to Dooleus. I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have, on several occasions, been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off-limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you're incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory. That's it. Just the one page.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times. They locked you up to stop you from breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find him. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out of here. Magistrate put you in here for a reason. Talk to the magistrate.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Maybe I can break you out. Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know of a way out of here?
You're going to let me out of here? Really?
Well, I can try. Now, I asked, do you know a way out of here?
Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
Okay. Do you know anything? What do you think about the golden rule?
Gold? You mean treasure?
Yes. Talk about your
My
treasure.
friend Hannibal used to look after me.
Okay.
He said he gave all I now no.
Okay. I'll be going.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's interesting. So he has the key to the cistern. I have to either convince Sentius to let him out, which is going to be probably impossible. Or I need to figure out how to get Galerius elected. Really? You can? Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want Malleolus elected. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Galerius? Galerius, my dude, I've got another task for you. Hey, have I been down here? Yes. Oh, he's working again. Hey, bro.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible? You've just arrived here, and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them.
Well, I've been reliving the same day over and over.
You're
No, not
Sisyphus.
joking. Yep. Like
Sisyphus was a
Sisyphus?
Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a he was
Okay, that's
forced
the
to push a
same.
great boulder up to the top of a
Yeah,
forcing
that's
him
the
to
same
stop.
line.
Actually, now that I think about it, Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a
Goes
tree. he could never
Tantalus
quite
for the
reach.
fruit.
The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve.
Melodies.
Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. Anyway, I don't know which god, so I'll tell you
Thanks.
anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not a... Oh, and if our conversations ever...
Yeah. No, that's all good and everything. I need to talk to you about running for office. Is there a way to do that
Salve
still?
again? Now, what's on your mind?
Have you ever thought about running for magistrate?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me.
Malleolus runs, he's going to break the golden rule and kill us all. Why is Dooley in a cell?
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Yeah, Malleolus is going to kill everybody.
And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you? Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
Alright. The deal. What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Okay.
All right, friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle you're in.
Yeah, that'd probably be good. Okay, so cool. So we can, we just need to get rid of, we need to get Malleolus to drop out. How are we gonna dig up dirt on him? Right away into the palace, straight as an arrow. You know, basically, I need dirt. I need dirt. Was there somebody else talking here? Yeah, so obviously we can jump off into his villa. We might be able to just walk in there though.
On your best behavior, I trust.
Oh yeah. Okay, we can just unlock and unlock things. Okay, so... I mean, she's got... His wife probably has the dirt on him. He's probably cheating on her. That's Ulpius. He's probably cheating on her, and that's why she's upset. But she doesn't want to talk about it to us, so... I'm gonna have to get information. I'm gonna have to get something to be so that I can convince her to talk to me, I guess.
I'm not sup.
My bad. I know. Where do you keep your valuables?
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed. This is outrageous. Do I need to call Domitius?
But you're already dead. Demetrius, okay, that didn't help. That didn't help nothing. Damn.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me.
I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands?
Yes.
Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Because as soon as you win, you're going to break the golden rule. Because if you don't, I'm going to kill you.
You fool.
The many shall suffer.
I didn't
for the
kill him,
sins
though.
of the one.
I threatened to kill him. Nah. Well, much for that, I guess. Oh, and you're gold. Go, go, go. Damn. Oh, I need to see if I can go get the money again. This way? I can't remember. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Easy, easy. Ow! Woo! Easy with the shooting, okay? You. Yep, perfect. Thank you very much. And... okay, good. This is good. Alright, so we can keep collecting the money, that's fine. He never has anything on him, which is interesting. You can search him, but he doesn't have anything on him. And we do in fact have a bunch of money? Yes. Excellent. Alright, that's been done. That's all completed. Virtuous man. Yeah, how am I gonna get Malleolus to drop out? How do I get more information on them? And obviously, we gotta try and do this one. Yeah, I gotta get the key. Find a way into the palace. Obtain a bow. Yeah.
Salva. Oh. Yulia. Poor virgin. But how did you... I'll go.
Go, 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 go. And also, run for office. Right, so... we need to go, can I? Okay. No, this comes from there, not, it doesn't go that direction, okay. Is there anything we've missed along here? I don't think so.
Help!
Yep.
Thank you. I have.
Don't go in there.
What?
Trust me. Yep, there you go. Okay, so now, if we can get him to come in here. No, he's gonna get shot. So I can't actually get it. Okay, I need to somehow convince him. I don't know. I gotta convince him. I'm gonna have to go through this dialogue a few times, probably.
Stop right there.
Okay. Yes, I'm worshipping in a small, round shrine just inside the city. Second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Just realized he's kind of mimicked after the assassin from Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know. He just very much gives that feeling. So is this gonna count as killing him? That's the real question. Thing is, he's gonna now die, and I'm gonna be. I should maybe possibly be able to get the bow.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Excellent. Yes, take item. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quintius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. He's average height, average build, has dark hair, has one green eye, one blue eye. He's typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay. Take the arrows. Single denarius. Okay, and somehow lying to him doesn't count. Okay, sure. And he's dealt with. I got the bow. Looking to find a way into the palace. Figure out who is most likely to break the golden rule. Me. Basically. Create a time paradox. Okay. Make him all ask Malleus whether he is Quintus. Malleus has different colored eyes, matching the description of the. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Hey, is she at her bakery? I just saved the day. Oh, there we go.
You took care of him?
He had a tragic accident in that shrine.
An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, that's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
If I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. Oh, I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How did you end up here?
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me. A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you say you were a day's ride away?
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Do you know of a way out of here?
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
Fair enough. What do you think about the golden rule?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
I like your optimism. Have you met people?
You're funny. I bet my friend Georgius will like you. And those interesting clothes of yours. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
Okay.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
Okay, this is good. Very good. So we have the bow. Now I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. Yeah, wooden bow. Finely crafted composite bow. Okay, so we can basically accuse Malleolus of being Quintus. She will guide you. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna accuse him directly.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Yeah, he definitely has a green and a blue eye. So, you're Quintius.
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gertus. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the description in this execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
Can't prove it's you yet, but I will. Apparently, Quintus also suffers from delusions of grandeur.
Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish.
Can't prove it's you, but I will.
Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted? I trust you can see yourself out.
Maybe talking to his wife now will work? Oop. There you go.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
How would you like some help getting back at Malleolus?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for.
Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I want to force him to withdraw from the election. I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly. She's not going to buy this, I don't think. I'm going
to withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough.
Damn.
Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Crap. Okay, so that didn't work. I mean, I can try again, but...
Do I need to call Domitius?
No. Okay. Damn it. Alright, gotta redo that again. But... yeah, I need more evidence. She's got it, though. Wait, can I just... take... no, that's money. Yeah, you probably have it, like, on your person, and I have to actually convince you to do it. Well, that sucks. Yeah, there's gotta be another way in here, too. So that's his thing. That is the temple. That's the palace. Well, crap. I guess we can redo all that and try a different dialogue with her. And also try to find another way into the palace. I mean, we can... Oh, right. Aquita, how are you doing?
A new face. Ave, and may...
I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person.
Some people mention a river.
Yes. What else?
Memory lapses.
That's true. What else?
And a stranger on a riverbank.
Yes. It's as I feared. I think... Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter...
Yeah.
And did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen?
Yep.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Okay, so now we're gonna be able to go there without the,
People thinking we're bathing together.
Okay, well, I'll let you go a little bit ahead, then I'll start following. Yeah, last time we came... Oop. I got hooked. Ooh, what?
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying.
Wow, this is messed
No
up.
idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but
Oh
I'm
my.
impressed. And before you ask,
Oh!
no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no... But I would like to propose a joint business
good
venture
grief.
of sorts.
Not interested.
You're not interested in amassing riches beyond imagine.
Do it. Okay, I'll bite. Tell me
Do you
more.
have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
Statues come to life and fire golden bows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
This sounds grossly unethical.
Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule.
In that case, go on.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
No.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But do you want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then, you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why is my video broken? I take it what happened is we continued following her, and so we're like, yeah. Anyway, why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Isn't this extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Fair point. Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Are the gods... Can the gods not see in the dark? Okay. That's all the questions I had.
Are you in, partner?
If you don't take action or horror elements, feel free to decline. Sorry, if you don't like action or horror elements, you can decline. I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Okay.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Okay, great. What happened with... Ugh, crap. Where did... Ah, there she is. Ooh, don't fall in there.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, Look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Oh.
Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld?
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Why didn't you all recognize Charon immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Why were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
That's all the questions
Now
I
that
had.
we know where we are, We have to figure out what to do about it if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Can we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto head-on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Hercules could manipulate time, though. I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
I'll admit, you do seem different to anyone I've ever met. And even that lamp of yours looks like something Prometheus might have stolen from the gods. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Where would I find the Roman plaque?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Well, I know where that is, but I need to figure out how to get past that door. Where would I find the Greek plaque?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
That seems reasonable. What about the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Guy on the mystery plaque?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other three will illuminate the way.
Okay. Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
So she might be willing to work against him to help us.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Oh, yeah. Well, she basically, gave me a hint, helped me save Fabia, and indirectly led to me getting the bow. But anyway.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth.
Okay, I think I'm ready to get started.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Wow, okay. Have a chat with Livia. Start looking for the Roman plaque, Greek plaque, Egyptian. We're listening for... I'll talk to Livia.
In any
That'd be the
case,
easiest.
time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And we also... Yeah, we're gonna go and talk to her. We also have to do the whole Diana thing. Right. Well, I guess we'll do that next time.